welcome back. Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another vlog. I know, I have a tale to tell because you guys haven't seen me in 6 days and we're in the middle of Vlogmas and you're probably thinking, what the hell happened? Where's Lisa? Let me tell you where Lisa has been. So on Friday morning, you guys, I left you on Thursday and I was going to a friend's birthday on Friday and life was going to continue, and I had said to you guys I'm going to do a couple of light vlogs because my days were really full and I didn't want to take the camera out. Well, I never made it to the birthday, and the reason why I didn't make it to the birthday is at 8:45 in the morning on Friday morning, I get a phone call from one of our employees and he says, Lisa, I was just on the phone with Mike and all of a sudden he says, oh shit, and then the phone goes out. And when high stress comes in, I get real calm. So on a day-to-day basis, my mind is like this. It's like really chaotic, which is the reason why I have to have my house like clean and minimal and just non-cluttered because my brain doesn't shut off. It's not something that I'm proud of. I'm trying to work on it because, you know, it just creates a lot of internal stress, which then you can see it in my hair and my skin and all of that stuff. So I'm trying to kind of reground myself and stay away from that high anxiety craziness. But when something happens where it like requires an emergency kind of response, I get real grounded because I need to think clearly and I need to be able to make decisions based on what's real and what's happening and not on this anxiety response of fear. So I get this phone call and I'm like, okay, so I'm trying to like dissect it here. And so I say to him, so Mike was oh-shitting? He says, yes. At that same time, I get a phone call from Mike. He's on the phone and he says, Lisa, I've just been hit head on. The car is fucked up. My shins are fucked up. And I don't know what else he said. He basically said, I'm here, you know, wherever he was. And so I was like, okay. So I say to him, okay, I'm going to come and get you and, you know, we'll figure it out. And he was like, and I think he was in a little bit of a shock because he's like, no, I'm just going to get into an Uber. I'm not going to go to the hospital and I'm just going to get into an Uber. I thought, okay, first of all, you're not going to get into an Uber. I'm going to come get you and we're going to sort it out. So I get my things, I get in the car. Now, you guys, when Mike was leaving Friday morning, as he was leaving, I said to him, why don't you take my car? Because he was going into the city. I was like, you take it, you drive it. I'm going to be home all day. I'm going to this party, so I'm probably going to Uber to the party, and I don't need my car. Well, thank God that he was in my car because my car is 7,000 pounds. So when the car hit him, which the car came over 3 lanes. So I don't know what was wrong with this person. I don't know if he was on drugs. I don't know if he fell asleep. I don't think he was on his phone because we would correct if we were like kind of going into another lane. But I don't know. Like, we don't know the story with this guy. But he came over 3 lanes, tapped the car that was right in front of Mike, and then came into Mike head on like Mike's left hand side. So long story short, Mike's fine. Like, everybody walked away from the accident, which, call it divine intervention or whatever. Mike had some pretty severe contusions, but for the most part, like, all things considering, he's here and he's good. So that was the weekend because that was Friday morning. Obviously, once you're in an accident like that, there's a lot that happens. Police were all there, ambulance, fire. You know, we're trying to sort out everything. AAA is there to get the car. Clearly, it's totaled. All the airbags deployed. I'm trying to clean out whatever's left in the car. Now, you guys, my car is 2 months old. So it's a new car. So there was nothing really in it other than, just a couple of things. And, it really puts into perspective a lot of things. So one is the car did its job. Yeah, it's a G-Wagon. Yeah, it's uber expensive. I don't give a shit. Like, it did its job. It saved his life. It deployed all the airbags. It kept him safe. And for that, I am forever grateful. And I think that when something like that happens, you definitely take inventory of what's happening in your life. And I feel like I am a pretty grounded person in knowing where true value of a good life comes from. And for me, it's never, ever been about money or things, which is funny because I think if you were to ask people that don't know me, they would say that, right? Like, I have all the beautiful glitter jewelry and the bags and the cars and whatever, but really what is most important to me and what I know to be true is that it's my family, it's my husband, Grayson, my close friends, my family. That is the true wealth and health, 100%, because without health, you have nothing. So when something like this happens and it kind of stops you in your tracks, you really start to take inventory on everything. Everything is very clear right now. Ending 2025, moving into 2026, you understand who's in your life for a season, a reason, or a lifetime. And when something like this happens, you see it so clearly. And I am so grateful for that because there's a lot of game playing in society, and some of it's necessary, right? Like working jobs or whatever. Like, there always is a level of a game that has to be played. I've never played that game, and it's because I can't. I can't play it because I can suss out inauthentic people. I can suss out bullshit. I can suss out ulterior motive. And it's funny because if you guys have young kids, you know that when your kids start school, and in my case, Grayson goes to a private school, when you're in that small of a community, you have to kind of dance a dance. And you do it for the kids. That's just not me. I'm not one to hug people and be like, we're family and, our kids are gonna be old together and, let's vacation together. It's not me. It's never been me. When you have an accident like what just happened, you understand why, or at least I understand why I'm not like that. And it is so freeing, and I am so excited to start 2026 because I feel like this liberation and like this weight off my shoulders of, what life is about and what truly makes me happy and where I thrive is grounded in real, authentic love, fun, laughter, people that are flawed, that are trying to be better, do better, and not trying to be something that they're not. So that is what I've been doing all weekend. We took it really easy. Mike was home all weekend. We watched football. We went and got IVs. It was a self-care weekend. I wanted him to have that he could recover, because when you have those levels of inflammation and cortisol that happens after a crash like that, it's really important that you give your body a chance to come down and reacclimate. And so that's what we did over the weekend. And then when the week started, there was a lot that needed to be taken care of with insurance companies, with the car, with what's going to happen, the investigation, like the whole thing that happens on a major car accident like that. And so I felt like I didn't want to like get on that hamster wheel of like, I got to get a video out, and because I had so much more on my plate. And I know that you guys understand. We know that this is fun, passing time, doing something fun and cool and whatever. So I know that you guys understand, but that's where I've been for the last 6 days. So I don't know what Vlogmas this is. Is it 16? I don't know what the date is. Clearly I've missed 6 in there, but I think I'm back. What I did today is I did all my wrapping. I'm pretty much done with my shopping, but I had to wrap all the presents and finished up kind of end of year stuff, which I try to do that before Christmas so that I can really enjoy the week between Christmas and New Year's and just do like light touches of what needs to be done. So now I get to really enjoy the holiday season, and I am so thankful that my husband is alive and here, and it'll be fine. I'm so thankful for the lessons that I did know but get reiterated and reminded when something like this happens. I am so excited to start 2026 with like this sense of almost like renewal of what is important to me. And I just kind of feel like this internal like burn and lightness, and I'm just kind of ready to see what 2026 brings. I'm just here for it all. That's it. And that's where I've been. I've gotten a couple of questions from you guys. One was about my red bracelet, my red yarn. People have asked about this before, and I've said it. My mom gave me this, I don't know how many years ago. It's a representation of strength and protectiveness. So she gave me that. She gave one for me, my sister, our boys. Grayson doesn't wear his because he plays volleyball, so I can't even imagine if like a finger gets stuck in there or whatever, so he doesn't wear it. So that's that. And I know that I said I was going to talk about loungewear, and I will do that probably on the next video. I just really wanted to give you an update of where I've been and why I've been MIA. And you know what? That's it. I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful for this community. I am grateful for the enlightenment that came over me from this incident, and I'm grateful that my family is intact. So I hope you guys are having a great holiday. Hanukkah has started, so if you celebrate Hanukkah, I hope you guys are enjoying your days. And that's it. We'll talk soon.